Janae. We all love each other here at this job.
And like, if you'll just wait here for a moment, your supervisor will be out to give you a tour.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam Cricket, and let me say, what a pleasure it is to see all of you here today. Congratulations on getting the job. You're in for some of the best times of your life working here. I know, I've loved every minute of it, and I'm sure you will all too. But first, let's get to know each other a little bit better here. Is anyone here afraid of heights? Show of hands, anyone? Okay, well, we were planning on doing a full-size installment of Rapunzel's Tower, but we'll just keep you away from that right now. Yes. Let's see. Do you believe in ghosts? No. That's what they all say. Fairy tale pop quiz. Do you know the Muffin Man?
Does he live on Drury Lane?
He did. That was a trick question, I'm sorry. Yeah. He's been dead for 20 years. But I'm sorry, to business. This is the Museum of History, which I'm sure you all know because you filled out the job applications for this position. I will be getting to the exact details of your job later on in the tour, but first, a little bit of information about the museum itself. The museum's statement of purpose is to present all areas of history completely without bias and with the most accurately tested information available. We have all sorts of exhibits here ranging from the Jurassic to medieval periods, and all of them use clean, streamlined exhibit formats and state-of-the-art equipment to better share this information with our visitors. And we plan on upholding these values in the newest exhibit, the one you'll all be working in, the exhibit of fairy tale artifacts. All right. I'll be down this hallway here. You will know your way around this place soon enough, not to worry. Come on in, come on in. Well, this is where you'll all be working. Behind this door are some of the most valuable artifacts in the entire museum, so there's an extensive security system in place, and it is quite sensitive, so don't worry if you set it off in the first few days of working here. And another thing, before I let you inside, need I remind you that this tour is for your eyes only. Please do not breathe a word of what you see in here to anyone outside the company. That does include Facebooking and tweeting. Also, we are filming a promotional video for the exhibit today, but other than that, please no photography. And I'm not fooled by camera phones, so please take this time to turn off your cell phones as well. Right, well, please try to contain your excitement. Come on in, everybody in, everybody in. Well, this is where you will be spending most of your time. And as you can tell, the exhibit isn't totally complete yet. So your first job will be to make sure everything is organized and ready for the opening in June. Once the exhibit does open, your job will continue to involve making sure everything remains orderly and spotless. Later on, you'll be given a packet of information that you must memorize before you can lead tours. So you'll be tested on that information, and in the meantime, you're all just maintenance, essentially. But you'll each be given a pair of gloves that you must wear at all times when handling these artifacts. Some of them are still quite dangerous. Take Snow White's poisonous comb, for example. But some of the artifacts we have here do include Cinderella's gold, not glass, slipper, Peter Pan's kiss he gave Wendy when they first met, Thumbelina's walnut bed, and when you came in here, you even passed by the Emperor's new clothes. Because, you see, the Emperor's new clothes didn't exist. Never mind. Once the exhibit opens, all of these artifacts will be contained in glass cases to avoid tempting any guests, but feel free to have a look around now. Just, like I said, please do not touch anything. Yes, question. What's your name?
Christy, so let me get this straight. You have all these magical items, but you don't use them?
These items weren't intended to be used by anyone other than the people that they were created for. Besides, most of the magic has worn off, most of them long ago. But even if it hadn't, we can't toy with artifacts such as these. Most of them are from stories that are much darker than Disney would make them out to be. And would you go into any other museum and try to fire off an antique cannon? No, you'd likely blow yourself up.
But, I mean, you've got a magic lamp here. You must have made a couple of wishes.
No, I haven't. Like I said, you can't just toy with any of these artifacts. See, the modern world is fragile. We have so many new technologies, you can't just throw magic into the mix. Society as we know it would collapse.
Right, because back in the day, magic was all cool.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Even then it was fragile. See, these items were made for very specific people, for very specific reasons. And once the purpose was complete, the magic either wore off, or the artifact simply passed on.
Okay, so how did they all end up here?
The collection has been growing over the course of several years now, but we've been keeping the artifacts here until the collection is complete and ready to be revealed to the world.
So who collected them?
The collector wishes to remain anonymous, but trust me, they've spent their entire lives studying these stories and collecting these precious pieces of history.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just don't really get it. How could you know that these are the real artifacts from the stories?
Same way any other museum determines the authenticity of their artifacts, through extensive testing.
Have you ever met this collector?
Yes, I have, but they're a very private person. Now, moving right along, if you will follow me this way, I'll show you to the rest of the collection. Once the exhibit opens, we will begin construction on an extension for all the larger or lesser known pieces, but this wing of the exhibit was just rushed, actually, and holds some of the most well-known pieces to get the public's attention and, yes, their money as well.
So what's this piece supposed to be?
That is the magic mirror.
Oh, wow, the one from Snow White?
The mirror actually has a much more extensive history than all that, but yes, at one time it did pass through the hands of Snow White's royal stepmother.
Does it still work?
Work? Oh, no, I must ask you to refrain from what you're about to do.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Figures. This isn't the real mirror. It's just some stupid, old antique.
No, you must not touch it.
Why? What's gonna happen? Am I gonna get sucked into the mirror? Am I gonna end up in Wonderland? Don't be ridiculous. It's just a plain old mirror. I hope none of the rest of you are buying this.
If you are so bothered by this exhibit, you can just show yourself to the door.
Fine. Oh well.
Sorry about that. Let's move along, shall we?
First, I'm going to prove how silly this whole thing is. See? Nothing happened. My hand's stuck. I can't move my hand. Why can't I move my hand?
All right, everybody, step away from the mirror and do not touch her.
What is going on?
Excuse me. Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a flashlight here. Watch your eyes, I'm turning it on. Here, could you hold this? Point it at Christy so I can check on her. We need to get out of here. Excuse me? It's locked. Oh, the museum security system must have come on. I told you it was sensitive. Not to worry though, the backup system should be coming on momentarily. There it is now. Or not.
Finally, this is for my prison. You will all rue the day you ever abused me.
We need to get out of here now. Let's just try through here. It'll take us to the storage room. Good, that's unlocked. Everyone through here. Okay, and stay together. I don't want anyone else getting hurt. I'll be with you in a minute. I'm just going to try to help Christy up.
Well, well, well. What have we here? A group of innocent trainees just trying to make their way in the world. Oh, what's the use? So many silly little thoughts running through your heads. I'll take those from you soon enough. So much ambition for such a small group. I'll change that. In my world, there will be no ambition, no thought.
Humans. Is it ever good to be out of that mirror? What a horrible existence it is to have been trapped there for the past 1,232 years, where I've been imprisoned, forever cursed to answer every question I'm asked. Magic mirror, who's the most beautiful in the land? Magic mirror, who's the fairest in the land? Magic mirror, does my true love me in return? Magic mirror, magic mirror. Disgusting. I possessed all the knowledge in the world, and I was forced to answer such vapid questions. But I am no longer a slave. I can use my knowledge to my advantage yet again, all thanks to a stupid human. How about we have them join us? Stand aside! Ignorant human who doesn't believe in fairy tales? I bet you believe in them now. When you touched the mirror, I was able to use your energy to regain my form. Now, the weaker you get, the stronger I become. This could also be said for the rest of you. You will make me strong enough to take over the world, enslave mankind, rid the world of your horrid thoughts.
No, you will not harm them, mirror.
Say that again so they can all hear you.
You will not harm them, mirror.
I see, and you're going to stop me?
How are you doing this, mirror? You didn't have this kind of power before.
No, I did not. I merely had limitless knowledge, an ability that allowed me to learn a secret. You know, the sorceress did not suspect, when she enslaved me in the mirror, that I would discover it. It was all she could think of at the time. Stupid! She knew her power could not hold me forever, so I waited, biding my time. Through the years, I've been absorbing the power from the sorceress, from the very mirror I was trapped in. Why do you think the mirror deteriorated? The sorceress's power should have been keeping it new and undamaged. But I stole that power, corrupted it, just waiting for some exterior source of life to finally escape. Ow! 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 How did you escape?
A pick that can open or close any lock. That should keep you under wraps for a while. Everyone, keep an eye on them. I'm just gonna unchain Christy.
Sam, what on earth is going on?
Well, believe it or not, this entity was once human. An ordinary human with no remarkable qualities, but one day they showed kindness to a sorceress, and in return she offered to grant them one wish. Now, they had always been teased by the other villagers for their ignorance and simple mind. So they wished for all the knowledge in all the world. And the sorceress granted their wish, but no human can bear that much knowledge. They started to lose their humanity. First their happiness, then hope, and then all their values were lost. The soul corrupted by information. They sought an end to the human race, knowing all their deepest, darkest secrets, every thought of every mind, every new piece of information. It would drive anybody mad. But fortunately, though, the sorceress had a way of stopping them. They had lost all their humanity, so she couldn't kill them, but she managed to trap them in something timeless. A mirror. She cursed them for abusing her gift. She cursed them to have to answer any question they were ever asked. Well, from there, the mirror passed from person to person. It was sold, inherited, and eventually passed into my hands.
Uh-huh. And how do you know all this? Who are you?
Well, you know how I was telling you about a collector that wished to remain anonymous? That's me. I didn't collect these items, though. No, I inherited them. I'm the descendant of a clan known as the Protectors.
Can't be. Why, your kind died out.
Clearly they haven't. Anyway, the Protectors are blessed with the knowledge of all fairy tales and charged with the protection of all these stories and their artifacts. We're also blessed with the power to use any of these artifacts should one of the ancient powers threaten the modern world. I assume you remember what this is, Slave of the Mirror.
Yes. Yes, of course.
It's the staff of Beatriza, the sorceress who granted you your power and then enslaved you.
And what do you think you're going to do with that? You can't kill me.
Simple, I'm going to put you back where you came from.
You will not enslave me again. I may not yet be strong enough to break these chains, but fortunately for me, I have other resources.
What could you possibly have? You barely even have a body.
A stupid human who granted me this corporeal form in the first place.
Ow! Ow! Christy! Christy, you have to fight the mirror's control! Please don't make me hurt you. Sleep dust. And this room is useful.
I was hoping you'd do that. Makes it so much easier to steal her strength. Step aside, humans.
Accept it. Accept my new reign. Stand aside. I can't just let you kill the whole world.
Silly human, I don't want to kill everyone anymore. I have, since my last reign on Earth, come up with new forms of control. My world will be founded upon hatred, In my world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, and humiliation of oneself. Everything else, I shall destroy. Everything. I will break down the habit of thought, and then I will have peace.
You can't stop humans from thinking. No, you'll forever be cursed with every voice, every thought, every new idea.
But it was a human who gave me the idea in the first place. Your minds are so foul, so conniving. The world is full of people trying to stop themselves from thinking. Drugs, pleasure, suicide, all of it because you can't handle your own minds. I will rid you of your thoughts, release you, and then you will be of some use to me.
Mirror, you talk way too much. I hope you've enjoyed your freedom while you could.
You can't kill me.
Of course not. Any semblance of life left within you was lost long ago, but I can return you to your rightful place. Stand back, everybody.
You'll see. I'll be back. I'll get my revenge on the rest of you.
Doubtful. I'll make sure the mirror is never found again. By the power granted to me by my ancestors and beings of the past, I will continue to protect the world from the forces that threaten it. The great power of magic past, return this being to their prison of glass. Forever punished for their crime, trapped in there for the rest of time.
What on earth was all of that?
Right. Yes, that was interesting, wasn't it? It would be best if you didn't share what went on in here with anybody. Like I said, the world isn't really ready for anything like that. I also hope this hasn't turned you off to the job at all. I can guarantee it won't be this crazy all the time, but it will definitely keep you on your toes. Well, you've all been very brave, and it's been a pleasure meeting all of you. I look forward to seeing you first thing in the morning for work tomorrow. Have a lovely afternoon.